a group of migrants, or as Trump has called them, a caravan, has been making its way from Central America through Mexico to the American border. Here are some photos of the group that has made it to San Ysidro and other areas along the United States border. It has been months and months. There is one photo that actually made me tear up. I think it's the next one that we have. This one, it's been a long, arduous trek to the border. 1,200 began the voyage in Tapachula, Mexico, and they got to and this one also made me kind of emotional because I'm a wuss, but this is the Americans on the other side of the border saying, welcome refugees. Of the 300 that made their way to San Ysidro and similar areas along the border, 7 were allowed in. The contingent, the 7 that was admitted included 4 children and 3 women, the children's mothers, and an 18-year-old man. So I guess it's 8 that were let in. The organizers said that they did not know whether more of the migrants would be permitted to enter on Monday night. It took all day. They got there Monday. I think it was 24 hours that they were fully there. Trump issued a statement of welcome and hope, saying the migrant caravan that is openly defying our borders shows how weak and ineffective U.S. immigration laws are. Yet Democrats like John Tester continue to support the open borders agenda. Tester even voted to protect sanctuary cities. We need lawmakers who will put America first. What message is he sending? What do you think about the arrival of the migrants at the southern border?
I like how he makes this Tester in. He's after Tester because Tester outed the VA guy, right?
Yeah. Tester is the person behind.
I like how he worked Tester. Talk about vengeful tweets.
It's just so bad.
He was probably just sitting there going like, it was a migrant thing. He's like, how do I work Tester into this thing?
Exactly. He's got I want it to be like a board in his office, like the burn book in Mean Girls. Like it's just like these people have done terrible things, and he's just going through and being like, who am I going to out today?
I just don't understand how people can see those kind of pictures and harden their heart and say no.
Right.
We're gonna turn them away. We're gonna abuse and mistreat them. I watched this movie called The Kindertransport. It's an incredible movie about the plight of the Jews during Nazi Germany. Because people always say, why don't these Jews just leave Germany? Are they crazy? Why do they stick around? They tried to leave. They couldn't go anywhere. They were denied visas by every single country in the world, including the United States. And it was the same arguments that you hear today. Oh, they're dirty, they bring disease, and they're criminals, and they're gonna hurt our economy, they're gonna take jobs away. And England was the only country that said they'll take the Jews, except they'll only take the children, not the adults. So Jewish parents had to put their kids on a train bound for England and hope for the best, that their kids will not be, abused or whatever it is. And otherwise, they knew what awaited them. And we never learn from historical lessons. I mean, these people who are desperate, who are fleeing situations of poverty, crime, and death and destruction, and we just say, no, we're not gonna take you in. It's incredible to me.
Listen, I came to America as an immigrant. We were fleeing the revolution. And I actually, when they did the travel ban, I got really upset. Because the travel ban, the way they implemented it was that day, even if you got visas, we're going to revoke them. So people were stuck in airports and were being sent back to wherever they just came from. And this is very reminiscent of that, in that I thought to myself, what would have happened if we had, because to get out of Iran was hard. It was, and we had resources, but we kept going to the airport was shut down, we kept going, we kept coming, finally we got here. I can't imagine getting here and having someone go, get back on that plane, go back, and who knows how you would be treated by the officials as you're coming back.
Right. You broke up with them, and then you said, this is why I don't like you. I've already,
But also they might criminalize you.
Right, exactly.
And these people are fleeing a horrible situation. Now I know that the bigger system is broken, in that it would be great if we could help find a solution for these countries so that maybe crime goes down, maybe the economy gets better, so people don't want to flee and come over here. However, as you said, if these guys have come all that way and they're here, it's not the America that I know. It's crazy to me how a lot of these people that support Trump, that are from the Christian side, the religious side, how are you religious and supportive of something like this?
And there was the controversy last week that Paul Ryan fired, I don't think we got to it on the show, but Paul Ryan fired the chaplain at the Congress. And he's like, no, it's not because he reminded us that there's certain things about Christian love that say we should accept immigrants, essentially.
And he spoke about poor people and how we got to help the poor.
Right.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, if we're gonna have this attitude, let's just take down the Statue of Liberty, or at least the minimum, just wipe off, the message on there about, give me you're tired, you're poor.
We should keep the Statue of Liberty, but we should brand it with corporations that are given special liberties, much like a soccer team.
The Gatorade Statue of Liberty.
She's holding a Gatorade.
It's shooting Gatorade. You know, it's two things. First of all, one thing that really pisses me off is when I see other immigrants, and I'm an immigrant, and there's people within the Iranian community, Middle Eastern community, and during the elections, I would do jokes. I'd be making fun of Trump in certain ways and saying he's anti-immigrant. And there's so many immigrants that go, he's anti-illegal immigrant. And I'm like, well, what's your name? They're like, I'm Hossein. I'm like, well, good luck to you, Hossein. and furthermore, though, once he came in with this guy, Stephen Miller, now they want to cut back on immigration. Now they want to have tests for immigration. There's a lot going on. I saw a news anchor make a great point because they're saying, oh, we want to make it merit-based. Sure, I would love to have the best and the brightest coming to America, but that doesn't mean they're the best people. This one news anchor was saying, my parents came from, I forget where it was, Ireland or whatever, and they said my dad was a driver, my mother was like a teacher. She might not have gotten merit-based, but now I've become a news anchor on a major network. So it was Chris Matthews, and so they are anti-immigrant,
right?
And so it really pisses me off when immigrants are anti-immigrant.
Yeah. By the way, tell your friend
shut the door behind you. It's like I got here.
Tell your friend Hossein that they are getting U.S. citizens in the sweeps. There are U.S. citizens that are also being swept up because they look different.
Yeah.
And then they have to spend, maybe just a couple of hours or maybe several days before they're processed properly and allowed to go.
Yeah.
So yes, this is a problem.
And the other thing, I'm sorry, I know you were, I just want to say, when I saw Trump go nuts on the tweets about the caravan, obviously he'd been watching Fox News, and he's like, there's a caravan coming. This guy is the most paranoid conspiracy theorist nut job.
Yeah.
I was like, relax, dude, it's just a traffic jam in Tijuana. There's a caravan coming. This guy, I mean, we have...
They live in a world of fear.
Intimidated by a caravan.
It's crazy because he watched it on Fox, and they're like, they're coming. And now there's only 300 of them at the border. And if these guys are really in danger, it's like, listen, man, let's figure this out.
It's 300 people, and we saw the picture. It's like little girls crying and moms who are tired, dads who are exhausted from carrying their kids. It's crazy. It's just crazy that we perceive these people as this grave threat, our existential threat to our country.
2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below. Then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.